Hi, I'm Liam from Rogue Adventure, and in collaboration with the Adventure Racing World Series, One Eye Open Productions and the Adventure Enablers, I've been called in to be the resident dot watcher for the upcoming Kamiko Cowboy Tough Expedition Race, which this year is doubling as the Adventure Racing World Championships. So, what is a dot watcher? A dot watcher is you guys sitting at home following the open tracking, live GPS tracking systems of the teams out on the race. But that does give us an advantage because out on the course, often they don't have any information what's going on, but we have Wi-Fi. So we can follow all the action as it's happening, see all the navigation mistakes, work out distances between teams, and a lot of a story can be told just from that tracking system. So I'm going to be bringing that story to you every 24 hours after the race starts. We'll be checking in and seeing all the action from the live tracking system. Before that though, a quick review of what's going to be expected from the race. And let's start with the host location, Wyoming, smack bang in the middle of the continental US. Known to be the least populated state in the US, Wyoming is dominated on the western 2/3 by high rocky peaks and on the eastern third by high plains. In fact, they have a number of peaks over 4,000 meters in altitude. At that time of year, August, we're expecting very dry, windy and semi-arid weather conditions. Teams out there, in terms of wildlife that they may come across, we're talking about bighorn sheep, antelope, coyotes, jackrabbits, and possibly even bears. More on that later. Now let's put the context of the World Championships in the USA. So this is the 15th time that the Adventure Racing World Championships have run since the 2001. The USA has a very rich history in the World Championships. They won 3 of the very first 5 editions, but they haven't won anything since then in terms of a world title. Now, let's take a look at what we know about the course already. In total, there are 12 stages, and I'm expecting some very fast and furious racing over those stages. With those 12 stages, we have 469 miles in total. I'm an Aussie, as you can probably guess, so to me, that's actually 760 kilometres, so quite a long course, but a very fast predicted finish time. With those 12 stages, they're split up over 5 trekking stages, 2 of which are of significant length, in a total of 92 miles or 151 kilometres of trekking. There's also 3 pack rafting legs totaling 62 miles or 100 kilometres and 3 significant bike legs of 315 miles and 509 kilometres. So a few things that we can unpack from that course already. The fact that there is pack rafting, the organisers are not providing any boats. So I'd expect those legs to generally be a little bit slower when you squeeze 2 80 kilogram guys plus and all their gear. So what's that, 400 pounds into a 7-pound boat? It's going to make for some slow paddling legs. However, I also expect a lot of the paddling legs to be on moving water elements. And what the breakdown between the packing and the rafting side of things will be interesting to see. As I said, there's also some significant biking legs, including one bike leg that's over 260 kilometres long. It's not often you see a single leg of that length in an adventure race. However, there is a fastest predicted time of 13 hours for that bike leg, which is really quite quick in terms of adventure racing. Indeed, I've seen legs half of that length take twice as long. So by the time I next check in with you, they should be getting towards the end of stage 4. The race kicks off with 2 very short, fast trekking legs and then a reasonably sized pack rafting leg on a grade 1 to 2 river. Definitely sounds like there's more rafting than packing in that form of the equation. But stage 4 is the first sizable leg and where I expect things to start to get interesting. It's about a 60k trekking leg, although most of it is on trail. Look for the top teams to try and make a break then. So in the course of the live dot watcher segments, we're going to be checking in on all the tracking, but we're also going to be taking a look at a few of the other aspects of the race, looking at sleep trackers, Lantern Rouge, and also our pick of the picks section. So what's that? That's where we're going to pick out a couple of interesting photos from the race that tell a little bit of a story. Obviously racing hasn't kicked off yet, but we've got a few to work with here already. First up is Theo Wordsworth from Team Teton Adventure Races. I love this shot because it basically tells a story of what the racers are going to be going through in the days up to the race. Just an explosion of gear in a garage, getting ready to pack when you're and ahhing over every kilo and gram that you're going to be packing with you and whether or not you should take that 4th pair of Nicks or a 2nd pair of bike shoes. The second picture we have comes from Swico Adventure. As I said, Wyoming is known to have some bears in the population, and the gear list has mandated the use of bear spray. As you can see, they're getting in some last minute practice and preparation. So that's wrapping it up for this intro. When I next speak to you, it's going to be 16 hours, give or take, into the race. This is a two-way conversation, so I want you guys to post any questions you have from the tracking down below in the comments section, and hopefully we'll get a chance to address those as well.